Okay. There. And that's right there. Anyway, wait. Let me get rid of my face here. Hello, everyone. My name is Andreas, Pop Culture Guy. Today, me and Jeff are back again for another spectacular Chucky Season 3, Episode 3 called Jennifer's Body. And let's Chuckify for the third time.
Chuckify,
Yeah. So, anyway, so we're back again. I'm super excited to talk about this episode. It's my favorite. Let me say that out loud. It's one of my favorite of the season so far. But besides that, Jeff, how you doing, buddy? How's life? How's your day?
It's good to be home. I packed the car and decided to leave a little bit early. I was going to stay till Monday in Ocala, but I decided to pack up and head home just because we got work to do. You know what I'm saying? We got the Godfather coming up this week. I got a lot of prep work. I got to put together a panel for that yet still. So, you know what I'm saying? I mean, I've got a lot of work ahead this week, so I figured I'd get home, and plus I wanted to be ready for Chucky. So a little bit confused a little bit with the episode because I mean, just because I haven't watched all the whole series, so you'll maybe have to fill in some gaps for me. But it's cool. It was a cool episode. I enjoyed it, and overall, I'm doing pretty well.
Good. Yeah. Yes. I think I know what you're talking about. I will fill in the gaps as Jeff said before because he hasn't seen season 2, folks. I did, so I can address those sequences that he's talking about, which I know. I agree. I'm very excited for this week. I was so happy because I thought I was gonna not make it to the Godfather review on Wednesday, but I actually am able to because my friend's handout schedule is actually changed. So we're probably gonna have a handout Tuesday. So I will be at the Godfather review. So thank goodness for that.
I got a Godfather T-shirt.
Oh, really?
JCPenney had them on sale.
Hmm.
When I was at the mall in Ocala, that's one of the reasons I like to go up there. I like to go up there is because they have a nice big mall up there, right? And the one we have down by here is pretty small. In fact, I told you it's going away.
Yes, you know? I think you're
going out of business. Yeah. They're gonna put an Amazon hub in it.
God, Amazon hot.
Jobs, right?
Yeah, this is true. I understand that. So,
so I just have I didn't know JCPenney's had Marvel swag and everything and whatnot, but they actually have some pretty cool stuff. I picked up a really cool classic Wonder Woman T-shirt, and they had the Godfather. So I'm like, I got to grab one of these for the Godfather because yes, we are reviewing this week on the MCU's Bleeding Edge. Our slate so far is me and Andres are re-reviewing WandaVision episode 1. We're re-breaking it down 3 years later or whatever, or 2.5 years later or whatever. We're rewatching it and we're re-reviewing it. As of right now, all the way through, as far as I'm concerned, we'll probably do all eight episodes or all 9 episodes or whatever, week by week on the Bleeding Edge Report at 10 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Pacific on Mondays. I'll do our plugs right now, Andres. Wednesday, we've got The Godfather. Cybernetic Shark, my co-host, has never seen it. Andres and I will be there. And then basically on Friday, we have Loki episode 4.
Yes.
2. 9:35 p.m. Eastern, 6:35 p.m. Pacific. We'll be busting that out. So, and then I'll be back here again next Wednesday, next Sunday. Are you going to be doing these Sunday live streams every Sunday at 10 p.m.?
I think that I will. So here you go, folks. Check out the YouTube stream for the MCU Bleeding Edge.
Thank you very much.
Yep. So if you see the link down, as you see now, check out us. We have done the MCU Bleeding Edge reports and all that. To answer your question, Jeff, about the live streams, I'll probably do it every other Sunday. So like one Sunday we have a break, and then the next Sunday I will schedule a movie review. Like that's my plan.
Cool. That sounds cool.
Yeah, because I think that'll be good. So
you want to rotate movie picks like me and Cyber do?
Yeah, I mean because there's movies I want to discuss in my channel that is like killing me. Because
And I've got them like I'm writing them down left and right. You know what I'm saying? Like like every time we do a movie review, every time we do a show,
yeah,
like I guarantee you throughout the course of this show, we'll talk about something that will make the list.
yeah, I know. Well, first off, people need to know that that actually happened every time we discuss something, or I or Cyber bring up a movie that we're in this. While we're reviewing something, like Jeff always says, "Yep, let's go into the list."
I've got my index cards right behind the monitor, just waiting.
Oh my god, yes. Oh my god, yeah. And I don't blame Jeff because I put that in my list in my head. It's like, oh, I need to do that. So, I will discuss Jeff. I have a movie review after Chucky episode 4 next week because I want to do something because this is a movie that is special in my heart, and I think it's I will discuss some of that because I think it'll be a good start from there for Halloween. This will be in the 30th before Halloween begins on Monday. But yeah. So okay, yeah. I think you will like this movie. I don't know, like I need to do it now because I love this movie. Everyone like knows me. It's the zombie movie, Fast Zombies, Cillian Murphy, who starred Oppenheimer. Give you a hint of that, and then you would know what kind of movie I want to talk about. It's directed by Danny Boyle. That's all I
I
can.
know what movie it is.
Awesome. I'm happy.
28 days later.
Yes. And sir, you're gonna have a Andreas gold coin for just guessing that, my friend.
Thank you.
Yes. I think I see Dodger. How's Dodger doing?
He's right here. Say hello, buddy.
Hey,
What you
Dodger. Oh my god.
Because he saw me eating that beef jerky.
Yeah. Oh god. Well, I'm happy Dodger will listen to this Chucky review, and hopefully he enjoys this.
That
Um,
Andres?
Yeah.
Huh?
I
Who's
hope we're
that?
friends. Yeah.
He knows who you are.
Awesome.
But yeah, no. I'll tell you. It's crazy that we're almost to the end of the year.
Yes.
I'm loving watching your subscriber count go up every day.
Oh my god. What's up now? 132 subscribers right now. So that's
Did it jump up to that high?
yes. Just now I just checked.
What?
Uh,
How many
yeah.
subscribers did you pick up in like the last 3 days?
Well, in 3 weeks, like I was up to what 829 subscribers, and then 830 last week, and then this week is now 832 subscribers. But hey, thanks to you guys, thanks to Jeff Cyber inviting me to the MCU Bleeding Edge. You guys been awesome. The community and the Instagram.
I think eventually when you get to 1,000, you'll find out because you'll get monetized, right?
Yeah.
At that point, I'm assuming that's what you will, right? You'll be able to get monetized once you get to 1,000. So
Yeah.
You'll see. They'll give you your own special YouTube handle.
Mhm.
So like you won't have to just copy the link anymore, where it's all jibble jabble. You know what I mean? It'll actually be like your YouTube channel. So that actually is like technically like our YouTube channel, like link or whatever, whatnot, and everything. If I could ever figure out how to use it, it is at the MCU's Bleeding Edge, or whatever and whatnot. Like that's what it is. So, you know what I'm saying? It's YouTube's complicated, folks. It's I've honestly, Andres, I've been spending the last couple of days, I think I told you, just getting videos monetized that I didn't realize for months weren't monetized, just because I had never even hit monetization on them, or because they had stupid copyright things from Sony, Spider-Man trailers and whatnot and everything and shit and whatnot. I don't know what it is with Sony, man, but they if I half the time I don't even think I even had Spider-Man trailers in the damn show. There's She-Hulk episode reviews where they're trying to say that I had Spider-Man. Well, maybe I did play Spider-Man trailers at that point. Who knows? But like, you remember the build up for Spider-Man 3, all the trailers they came out with.
Well,
but Sony always comes at you on that shit. They always do.
Yeah, well, they and Warner Brothers.
And I always win. That's the thing about it, is I always win. They always relent because I always say it's fair use.
Yeah,
And it's public domain.
yeah, yeah. It's studios just want the profits by
It's a
themselves.
trailer. I'm promoting your content. You know what I'm saying? Like, think about it. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that's all I'm doing. Like, I'm promoting your movie. So
Yeah,
why are you trying to take away monetization on my video?
yeah, I know it's ridiculous. Everyone, if you look like down below, that's my YouTube channel link. Subscribe that. So you
I
got.
made a promo video for you on TikTok.
Oh my god, TikTok. Oh dear. But thank you, buddy. I really
We have
appreciate
almost
that.
30,000 followers on TikTok.
Pretty awesome. Okay, let's get into this, nitty gritty. So
Chuckification, baby.
yeah, justification, yes. So okay, just like last week, we got pretty much multiple segments, two major segments. We got the Chucky segment, and then we got the Jennifer Tilly / Tiffany Valentine segment. So Jeff, which one you want to go? You wanted to talk about more of the Chucky segment or
They split the episode in between. They focused more on Chucky, but they split the episode. Now, this is where it gets confusing. Okay. So the chick in the wheelchair is one of her victims.
Yeah, that's
Right?
Nika.
The girl that's helping Chucky. This is a back in time. This is like an exposition episode, isn't it? This is how Chucky got into the White House.
Yes, that's correct.
This was like a flashback episode almost.
Yeah, I can. It's more like Memento, like a non-linear story.
Okay,
where,
to set up episode 4, the finale.
Yeah, well, it's setting up the finale, but also like what we've been missing from the first 2 episodes in terms of Chucky motivation.
Because they just jumped right into it. You're right.
Yeah, and so like we were curious about why he was in the White House, and so just to spoil it. I mean, spoils if you haven't seen the episode, folks. Go to your Peacock or your channel, Sci-Fi, or U.S. channels and whatnot.
USA.
USA, yeah, USA. Thank you. Yeah, USA channel. Before you click for this live stream review, it spoils. We got revealed that Chucky, because previously from the last season, as I seen season 2, he was exercised by the kids and the Catholic people that were the heroes, and that has somehow affected him. So the spell that he always used from all the films and this series as well, the Dembala.
How old is the demon that's inside of him or whatever and whatnot?
It sounds like a century. It sounds like because
who is that doctor dude?
Okay, so I think it's just this really funny and comedic thing that he's basically a voodoo doctor. He's basically a evil voodoo doctor that's helping these evil people with supernatural magic. If they have any problems they're facing.
That's cool. It was cool.
Yeah, and so like Charlie, like it was funny that the kids just suggest to go to a doctor's visit and then and say like, hey, we need an expert to find out what's going on, and that I cannot believe that happened. So yeah, so Chucky went to the hospital and gets revealed that Dembala doesn't like this, Christianity magic that happened to Chucky, and so they no longer is supporting Chucky. So Chucky needs to do something to get Dembala back to support Chucky and have the power of switching bodies or switching dolls as he usually does in the films and TV series at this point. So that's the reason why he's at the White House. That he thinks the most pure evil thing is in the White House, and that will give him like a way back for Dembala to come back for him. That.
Sure, because we get the scene where he butchers all them people and whatnot and everything in that house, and it's not evil enough.
Yeah. Oh my god, the Amityville thing was so hilarious.
Well, you asked me a direct question. You wanted to know which direction I wanted to go in with which one of the storylines.
Yeah.
We could go with the Jennifer Tilly one. Now, so I mean, if I remember correctly, it starts off with her, doesn't it? Doesn't the episode start off with her?
Yes. So okay. So let's go for the beginning. So the beginning, we pick up where we were left off from season two. So season two, just to recap briefly.
Oh, who is the little girl that's helping Chucky? Is that the girl that the other chick is looking for her sister?
Yes, Lexi. This is Lexi's sister.
Ah,
Her name is Caroline. That's her name. And somehow she is a evil child. Somehow Chucky did brainwash her, and so she's evil. Oh, wait. I guess a ghost face. Sure.
nice.
Yeah, yeah,
I'm rocking Chadwick, baby.
yeah. That's good. Oh yes, I can see your poster there. That's awesome. Um. By the way, this is a new show I got.
I had to fill that Secret Invasion poster out, baby.
Oh my god! Please don't bring Secret Invasion this live stream. Don't even dare. I did I bring Secret Invasion in the last two streams? I don't know. I hope not. But anyway,
It always comes up at some point. It always comes up.
that's true. Hey, at least it's the butt of the joke.
It's like your Willow.
Oh
It's like
my
we had that Willow experience. I told you what that was like. Like I wanted to take cyanide capsules and shit and whatnot when I found out that there was 8 episodes instead of 6. Because Cyber told me there was only going to be 6. And when I found out that there was going to be a 6th episode and then it was going to be 2 more, I was like, "What the fuck?" I was like, "Come on, man! Are you serious? Like, you're going to put me through 2 more episodes of this bullshit?"
I don't blame you.
Reviewing really bad television series sucks, folks. Just to be clear, it's not fun. When it's just terrible from jump, the first episode is garbage, and you know that you're down. You have to do it for the rest of the next 7 episodes anyway.
Yeah,
It's like a trudge.
I mean it's a torture. Like at least
It's not even that bad. At least Secret Invasion started off good.
yeah, sort
You
of.
were dropping 9s and 10s on some of those first episodes.
No, there were like 8s. Like 8s to 10s. What are you talking about? You need to go back to
You
your
love dropping 9s on shit.
No, I was dropping 9s and 10s in like Ahsoka and Loki now. Like, come on. And
I hope
then
I hope you dropped a 10 for Ahsoka episode 5 Shadow Warriors because that was the best episode of the series. The finale was not that good. Looking back in retrospect, do you think we should do it? Do you think we should do some? Do you think we? I told you about that potential collaboration. There's a group of YouTubers that want to collaborate with us and do some Daryl Dixon season 1 recap shows.
ooh, okay.
And I thought maybe we could split them up like 3 episodes in 3 episodes,
Mhm.
and that way we could all divide them. You know what I mean? That we could all put them up on our channels.
Yeah, that's true.
You know, 2 shows on their ground, 2 shows on our ground, kind of deal.
Okay. I think I'm up for that. I'd be happy to watch Daryl Dixon.
Oh, I told him you'd be down.
Yeah. Just let me know when we.
Recap shows are fun. I actually have some thoughts now that the whole series is over and whatnot and everything that I wouldn't mind getting off my shoulders, although I'll have a chance to talk about it on some other podcasts. That's one of the cool things about covering The Walking Dead is that now, like, you know, like Gerald's like hitting me up and whatnot and want me to report on it and whatnot. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You met Gerald before. Briefly.
Maybe.
Remember he came on Secret Invasion for a couple minutes and then he dipped?
Yes, I think I remember. Yeah, I think I remember you talking about. So yeah, I mean, a big awesome.
Oh, but back to Chucky.
Yeah.
So you were explaining basically how the show starts off, how the episode starts off with Jennifer Tilly's character.
Yeah. So let me get back to that. So we're picking up from season 2, where Jennifer Tilly was trying to bring her soul into this, like her doll from Bride of Chucky. If you've seen Bride of Chucky,
AKA Tiffany Valentine.
yes, exactly. So Tiffany Valentine was trying to do that, but in a twist, in last season 2, it was Chucky. Chucky was in this like drag, and so she was surprised about that. So, and then we were cut out completely, so we didn't know what was her fate. So in this episode, it picked up that okay, he was about to kill Tiffany, but because the police somehow arrived, which I think it was Nika. Nika probably called the police. That's the chick in the wheelchair. That's her name, Nika. She's a new character that was from the Curse of Chucky. If you see my review, it's the 2013 film. and she's been a major character for that in the sequel Cult of Chucky from 2017, and she's been here for the first 2 seasons. So she doesn't like Tiffany because Tiffany had actually, as she brought up in the trial, that she cut her limbs out in the first season, actually the season finale of the first season. So yeah, really big like rivalry in that those two girls. So so Chucky pretends to be Woody. He drops down to the floor, be back to the good guy doll, and the police arrest Tiffany. Um, and yeah, so Tiffany goes to jail and go to trial, and then so Nika has some relief, but then she knows Chucky with Caroline, the little girl who is Lexi's sister, and so we get the scene here. Um, her trying to chase them, and of course Chucky is taunting Nika, and the girl is asking a lot of questions, Caroline, and so they go down to the subway, and then we get this really like bizarre cameo of Keaton Thomason from Saturday Night Live, Good Burger, if you like me, who's seen the movie for the 90s, and of course the show Key and Kel and Nickelodeon, which I still love. That's like the show that got me into orange soda. Anyway, besides that, um, he's the cabbie, and it's like Chucky is being Chucky. Like he doesn't care about his disguise. Like he just like cursing at the cabbie and all that, which is so funny. And Caroline's talking to him, like having these tidbits on how to be a killer, right? And so Chucky, gets he starts to provoke the cabbie, and the cabbie just pulls out and it's like, "You two, get out!" And one of most one of my favorite kills from a Chucky slash movie slash TV of this is him having the umbrella, having the song, my favorite song. Oh my god, my song. What is it? Raindrops, song. I need to double check that. He sucks the umbrella into Keaton's mouth, which is so gory. I mean, this show has been gory, but this is my favorite gory scene ever. He just jabs it into his mouth, and you see blood and guts. And then the best part was the final part. He opens up the umbrella, and you see it coming out from the neck, and blood splattering in the window. Let me stop there, Jeff. What do you think about the opening? I mean, the kill is my favorite kill of this
Oh, it was
series.
a good one. I mean, it was good. I don't know. This kind of horror doesn't really scare me. You know what I'm saying? I mean, like it was good gore. It was some a good gore scene. Don't get me wrong. I like some gore. I do. And I appreciate it. It's good to see. I think it's healthy. Especially in the horror genre to have some gore.
Yeah.
It definitely it does something for me. I mean, I can tell you right now, I'm not opposed to gore. It just depends on the way that it's applied. You know what I'm saying? And like how it looks visually. You know what I mean? Whatnot. And like this is just so whimsical. Do you know what I'm saying? That but the intro was great. I loved that. I loved the fact that Jennifer Tilly is Jennifer Tilly in the show. Like that's awesome. Like that alone is really cool. I love that. And she has those huge titties. Those shits are massive.
Oh my god. I knew you were gonna go there. Maybe. I mean, look, she's a beautiful lady, Jennifer Tilly. So,
she's actually been Oscar nominated?
Yes, it was a Woody Allen film that was nominated.
Oh, really? That
Yeah.
pedophile motherfucker?
Yes. Here, let me actually pull this up.
Yeah, because I didn't know she was actually. I think I'd heard that. I'd heard it.
Yeah, it was in the black comedy called Bullets Over Broadway. So it was a Woody Allen movie. It stars John Cusack, Chaz Palminteri.
Chaz Palminteri.
Yes, and then Diane Wiss, and then Jennifer Tilly is the big one.
Oh, it's a great cast.
Yeah, so it's from 1994. She was nominated for that. Obviously, she became,
young John Cusack.
Yeah, young John Cusack. But she has a sister. She's also actress Meg Tilly, who was in Psycho 2, Big Chill. She's also Oscar nominated, I think. She was in the remake of The Body Snatchers in the 90s. So, and she also popped up in season 2, actually. And she gets killed by Tiffany Valentine. So let me explain something here. I know people are gonna be confused for this. So Tiffany Valentine is in Jennifer Tilly's body. So if you haven't seen Seed of Chucky, this is the 5th film in the series that came out in 2004. So in that film, Glenn and Glenda, this other puppet that is the child of Chucky and Tiffany. So what happened is towards the end of the film, and the main plot is that Chucky and Tiffany are trying to put their bodies into these real life people. They go to Hollywood, and Jennifer Tilly is the target to do the switching bodies. So Tiffany Valentine actually do it, and successfully. So we don't pick up that plot line until season 1 of Chucky, which you see here. So she's still in Jennifer Tilly's body for a long time. In season 2, um, her like undercover like persona gets kind of get destroyed because of the daughters. Yeah, the I say Glenn and Glenda, her children gets kind of suspicious about the mother's behavior, and then of course the sister Meg Tilly also gets suspicious to it. And I think it was around episode 7 or 6, or 5 maybe, where Meg Tilly and the other kid goes downstairs and they find the doll that contains Jennifer Tilly. She's in prison by Tiffany Valentine, and so, and of course, unfortunately, towards the end of the series, Jennifer Tilly actually gets killed because she gets run over by a truck while she's in the doll. So Tiffany Valentine is stuck in the Jennifer Tilly, but she has to switch her body to a doll of some sort, what she was trying to do in season 2 in the finale. But she got surprised by this addition doll being Chucky, so she just waking up a Chucky doll, and so that's what happened. So she gets caught, and so that's where we're at with with Tiffany Valentine, the character. So that's what happened the beginning of the this episode. So but yeah, so okay, so so after the opening, we get this scene of Andy. This is Andy Berkeley. This is the kid from the first 3 Child's Play films. This is actually the kid that plays Andy in the first 2 films. Grown up, he's been put up in the other films and the 2 seasons of Chucky. And at first, he's like happy because last season he thought he killed Chucky. So like everyone thinks that Chucky is dead for good. And so Andy is talking to Kyle, his stepsister from Child's Play 2. She also pops up in Cult of Chucky and the first 2 seasons of Chucky. And he says he's happy and all that. We get this like Michael Myers, like Jason Voorhees point of view of the killer, aka Chucky, stalking his victim. And after Andy, ends the call, Chucky, how you say it, drugs him and then ties him up in the bed, similar to Child's Play 2, and taunts him. And here is one of my favorite jokes is where he is comparing Andy to a whale and like Moby Dick, and then and then Andy thinks that he's trying to be very metaphorically with his base statement, but then just Chucky just ends up saying, "No, I'm just telling a fact joke." And that was so funny for from from Chucky. And then we get another awesome like just wall to wall bloody kill from Chucky. And just him stabbing, it's like stabbing him brutally, and it's like, and Andy's screaming, oh my god, no. It's like, come on, dude, you're dying. It's like, why are you screaming? No one's gonna hear you. As Chucky says, like, no one's gonna hear you in your house, really. And so, I was first off, Jeff, I rewatched this. I was gonna be shocked and pissed from Dominic that he was gonna kill Andy. I thought initially, until we get this like 180 twist that it was actually a dream sequence. So he didn't kill Andy. It was just a dream sequence. I was like, oh, thank goodness.
Who's dream?
That was Chucky's dream.
Oh, Chucky's dream.
Yeah, I know it was weird how like you think like because when you have a dream sequence, you usually do like like American Werewolf London. Yeah, I don't know. You seen that movie, the werewolf movie?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Right? Like you know how that character's nightmare is, and like he wakes up like jumping out of his bed. Like Chucky doesn't do that. Like he just randomly wakes up and it's like, oh, that dream, you know. So it was kind of weird how they like end that like dream sequence, but it's a dream sequence, and then he has this like he kind of like goes to stretch his body, and he goes to his hair, and he sees his hair falling out, and then he sees his like wrinkles in his like was like his left eye or right eye, whatever, and like he's kind of like, oh my god, and then he goes over to Caroline because she has the book for Voodoo for Dummies because that's how he knows about the spells and the rituals and all that. You know, that's from the the fourth film, Bride of Chucky. So he does his like spell to transfer his soul to the girl, but it doesn't work. So and then of course she wakes up and she tells him, "Look, I read the whole book. You couldn't ask me. I know what's happening." And the next step was to go to the this doctor, which we'll get to. So from okay, so after the cab murder scene to now to this like dream sequence slash the like Chucky trying to transfer his soul to the little girl. What you thought about that sequence?
I didn't really think much of it. I mean, to be honest with you, I thought that it was I thought it was cool. And I thought that it was interesting. But I didn't really know again, is that what was going on? The doctor sequence was awesome. I love the back and forth.
Yeah. Oh god. Okay. Well, let's get into
The
that.
dialogue between him and the doctor is great.
Yes. Yes. So, all right. Well, what about the supposed kill of Andy? What you thought about that one?
I didn't really know what I mean. I don't know what to make of it because like I don't understand Chucky why he would dream. Chucky would dream about that.
I mean, I mean, Andy is his arch enemy, basically. You know, like Michael Myers to like Laurie Strode or like Dr. Loomis or like
Okay, I get what you're
Ghost,
saying.
Ghostface to Cindy Prescott. Like it's like that. And I know there's so many characters that Chucky has faced. Now with the kids, Mika. From the new films from 2013, 2017. Like I get it, but like Andy is the first character that faced Chucky for like first three films. And, like
Yeah,
you know, and he was the one that he wanted to transfer his soul to for the first two films. Um, before he changed it for the third film.
oh, it's like an obsession.
Yeah, yeah. So yeah, so I understand where you're coming from, Jeff. But it makes a lot of sense. I mean, like if you understand before the joke, he say it was a fact joke. Like it is like a Moby Dick kind of scenario. Like Andy is his whale that he's like trying to chase for so many years, all that. But yeah, yeah, I understand. I like well,
I've got more to say about what happens afterwards.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Nothing much here. Like it's really the hospital scene where we get more information. So let's get into that.
And at
Like
the same time, too, you've also got the courtroom scenes happening.
yes, that's very true. So well, like how we set this up. Like before, um, I'm just like let's what am I trying to do here? I'm like jumping around here. So like so I'm trying to remember like after the wake up, you know, uh, yeah. So apparently, Caroline suggests she has to see like a voodoo specialist. That's what the doctor is, a voodoo specialist. So after the wake up, so was it Caroline and Chucky goes to a voodoo hospital probably, and so they meet the voodoo specialist, right? And the specialist does like a doctor checkup on Chucky, right? And so and which is funny because I mean, at first,
He's a fucking doll.
yeah, I mean, well, it was so funny. Like he had dressed in a gown. I'm like, why do you need to dress in a gown? Like you don't need to dress in a gown, Chucky. Like you can just steal with your like clothes, and like, it was just so hilarious that they actually went that far to do that for Carol Doll. And it was so funny seeing the other people. Like there was one chick that was trying to get rid of evidence from her office, and then you got this one guy that has this like box with his wife that is like
Yeah,
a
yeah.
cat.
I know. Yeah, in the waiting room.
Yeah, it was so funny. And then oh my god, I cannot believe they had like a girl calling out for Charles Lee Way, like his full name, and I was like, oh my god, I can't believe they're doing that. So other than that, of course, Chucky's waiting for the voodoo specialist, and I was just laughing at just like, oh my god, we're doing like a Doctor Vincent. And he's like checking on him, and then um Chucky kind of explains that if there's anything happened to him, and then he brings up like he was involved with an exorcist from season 2, and then the doctor tells him that because of the exorcist magic that the kids and the Catholic teachers did to Chucky season 2 caused Dembala this the magic that Chucky used to do the switching of the bodies, right, is no longer with Chucky.
Forsaken him. Yeah.
Yeah, forsaking him, right? And so, and like, Chucky. Yeah, at first Chucky didn't like take it serious because he's been revived so many times, but he didn't understand that the Dembala has left Chucky for good, and and so the only way he had to do it is to please Dembala to come back for him if he does these like really awful things, basically. So like the doctor
Of
just
course,
say,
Chucky loves that.
yeah, Chucky likes that. Like it was funny. They like he doesn't want to die because he wanted to kill more people, which is funny. And it's like, yeah, it's definitely true, Chucky, which I appreciate that. And and then the doctor does this very typical doctor thing, just going over the desk and the computer, and like he prints out something, which is so funny to give you the list and the rituals, what how to get Dembala to
It's
come
only
back.
2 pages, though.
Was it 2 pages? Right? Yeah.
Yeah, it's only 2 pages.
Yeah, and he explained this that it never like this hasn't never attempted before.
The one guy
So
that attempted it he died.
yes, he died. Yeah, yeah, and that was hilarious. And so, but yeah, so let's talk about the hospital scene. I love it. Oh, excuse me, like awesome. At like, I mean, first a funny scene. I mean, the doctor was like the MVP of the scene. Like just him, like casually talking to like killer doll. And he knows Chucky, because his reputation, which is funny.
He said that too. That's exactly what he said.
Yeah, yeah, like your reputation precedes you, as he says, and that was so funny. And oh my god, and then like him explaining that he's aging accelerity, and like he just points the light at his eyes, and he sees the wrinkles, and it's like, oh my god. So yeah, I love the scene. I mean, Jeff, I know you like the scene. We love the
Oh, it was
scene.
really good. Yeah, the banter and back and forth between the doctor and Chucky was great. Chucky's like, he refused to give up. He's like, he's like, what if I do this? What if I do this?
Yeah, yeah, and just endless questions and begging, and it's like, and then I love when the doctor say like, it's not me you're begging, it's not me you have to beg, it's Dembala you have to beg.
Yes.
So yeah, so this is where so this is how we understand. So this is the motivation of what's going on right now with Chucky in the White House. Now we don't know the part where he needs to we don't know at first that was the plan to go to the White House and give the 6 deaths for Dembala. So he doesn't do that first. He does something else before he goes to the White House. So anyway, so let's go to the Jennifer Tilly thing. So
Yeah.
at, so we go to the jail. So she's in jail, and Lexi, the girl of the kid trio, visits her, and she's asking questions with Tiffany about where is Caroline, the little girl, and she explains that Chucky has her. and of course she curses and all that. And then after that scene, well, it was funny. Like it was in the trailers. If I seen the trailers, the previews, um, you know, somehow Tiffany like gets tricked because she thought it was Dateline. It was the producer of Datelines or something like that. Um, if you guys haven't seen Dateline, it's this very like a wife killer show of like, killing the spouses of their husbands. It's
Yeah,
very,
yeah.
it's basically Snap.
That's
It,
deadline.
yeah, yeah, Daylight. Yeah, I found that very funny. Like that, Daylight was gonna make an episode about Tiffany Van by Jennifer Tilly. Um, and of course it was Lexi. So then after that we get the trial, which was very funny. So the trial is pretty much her, being accused of the crimes that she has done as Jennifer Tilly. With the sister, the house being burned, the cop from season two, um, or in Sea of Chucky, and all of that, and including Nika's family, because she got connected to that as well, and so she's on trial for all that, including the kids. I think parents as well. Their deaths, including Lexi's mom, because she was in the house. Tiffany was in the house, and Lexi's mom was like doing TikTok, so there was evidence there. Anyway, so we get this really good scene. Now, Jeff, do you know that Nika is played by Brad Dourif's daughter? I don't
No, I
know
didn't
if
know that.
so. Yeah, so Nika is played by Florence Dourif. She's a great actress. She's great in this series. Um, like when you get to the first season, like complete first season, she's great because she has to play not only her, but she has to play a Chucky variant, because a Chucky variant is actually in her soul, in her body. So she has to play both Nika and Chucky at the same time.
Oh no,
As
shit.
Yeah, and then she does it so well. It's really great. And season two, you see that as well.
That's
Um,
awesome.
yeah, and of course, she got rid of Chucky in her body in season two, so she's Chucky free. So here you see her, and she's like because Jennifer Tilly, well, Tiffany Valentine has fallen in love with Mika for the first seasons of Chucky, so she's fallen in love with her. That's why she did the cutting her limbs, and because she doesn't like Chucky anymore. She loves Mika now, and in this whole episode, Tiffany is so blinded about love, and she doesn't realize that Nika doesn't love her. She just hates her because what she did to her, and like her family. And so you get this great scene of Tiffany, how you say, Nika, like showing how Tiffany is a crazy person, and and so out loud. And of course Tiffany interrupts Nika talking and saying she loves her, or she's in love with her, and all that. And then you get this like montage of the kids explaining how awful she is as a person, like the voice, her dress, from Lexi, to her dress, like wardrobe and all that. And then somehow the lawyer that's, how you say, representing
Jennifer
Tiffany,
Tilly.
yeah,
Yeah.
right, Tiffany, yeah, Jennifer Tilly, not Tim Valentine, because she doesn't understand what's going on.
No,
uh
she thinks she is crazy.
yeah, she's crazy. She's like pleading the court that she's insane, so she is trying to do like the insane plead guilty,
Yeah.
right? and and
Guilty,
then
guilty, not guilty due to insanity.
yeah, right, thank you, because I didn't know what was the phrase for that, for the insanity plea, but like, yeah, that's what that's what Jeff saying, is that what he said is correct. Which it's kind of like, it's like, pardon my French, complete bullshit. Like she's not great. Like, she is crazy and killer, and there's no way the court is gonna believe that she's like insane. The way she's like representing herself. Yeah, I just thought, like, so I mean, before we get into the end of the courtroom scene, what you thought about these courtroom scenes? I thought they were really great. Like,
Yeah,
I
for Chucky, they were good.
yeah, these people, like, so the thing is, I'm curious where we're gonna do with Tiffany later in the series. Like, is she gonna escape for her, because um the end of the court like storyline, she's gonna be
Well,
uh
she's going to be because they found her guilty.
yeah, well in the next court session, she was gonna be put in death. She's gonna be executed. So I'm kind of
Yeah.
curious if she's gonna escape from this. You know, like I'm like, what's gonna happen to her in the series? Because I don't know, we're gonna see her again in next episode, because next episode's just gonna be
Somebody's going to have
done.
to break her out because she's going to be killed. They're going to give her lethal injection.
Yeah, yeah. So I got my theory. It could be one. It could be Glenn and Glenda, the kids of Chucky and Tiffany, could rescue her. That makes sense to me. But the way Nika say that she has been in contact with them, seems like maybe they don't want to get involved. Maybe, but I don't know. Like I feel like the kids will save Tiffany, the Chucky kids, the Glenn and Glenda.
Oh, because they're still a part of the show.
Yeah, they're still part of the show, and the Glenn and Glenda are back again in the doll body after season 2. So I wonder, they will give Tiffany the Voodoo Dummies like um book, but it's gonna be from British, from London, basically. Um, so that's my theory of what's gonna happen with Tiffany. But nonetheless, that we need to see the next 4 episodes next year, whenever that's gonna be aired. So yeah, so that's much. So okay, so after between before the next like court session, we get back to Chucky, and so Chucky and Caroline goes to Amityville. That's right, folks. We go back to another franchise, the Amityville franchise. I don't know, you seen Amityville, Jeff? You
I've
seen?
seen it.
Okay.
The Amityville horror.
Yes. So yeah, first off, the first movie starring Margaret Kruger, aka Lois Lane, which is crazy, and the remake is funny. The remake also has Ryan Reynolds in that
Yeah.
remake, yeah, which is funny. But very very cool because you got the two superheroes in those horror films. But anyway, uh, just want to bring that up. You know, Marty Kruger, late great Marty Kruger is in the original, and then you got Ryan Reynolds, aka the Deadpool, in the remake in 2005. Um, so Chucky goes to Amityville because he thought the house is evil. Like, okay, I can kill these people because they're in the evil house, right? And Caroline is in the game. So it was so funny. You get this little sweet kid tricking this guy to let her in, so Chucky could kill these many people. And first off, how he doesn't know he has to kill 6 people, not 8 people, as Caroline thinks there are in the house to make this proper like
She
ritual.
said 8. He's supposed to only kill 6.
Right, right. Well, Chucky
He
says that.
kills an extra 2.
Yeah, yeah, extra too, right? Um, but I don't know. It was funny that they were going back and forth. How many people were in the house? I just found that funny for a kid and a killer doll. So we don't see like they go in, get soon back at the house because we're gonna hear the screams of the victims getting killed by Chucky, which is funny. And we cut back. It's so bloody. Chucky has the knife, and Caroline asks these questions about
Lipchick's being hung.
yeah, yeah, and like what was it? Chucky was like shutting out like, oh my god, these kids and their hit like doesn't.
Yeah, yeah, because she couldn't remember like about who the owner of the house was.
Yeah, yeah, and then it's like you need to know your history. It's like so true. It's like so funny. And after he say like forget about that kid, and then he does his Dembala spell and it doesn't work. So it was just useless. And Chucky just say fuck 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 multiple times, which is funny. And yeah, fuck 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 fuck, fuck so many times because he did the killing, but it doesn't work. So what Chucky does, he talks to Caroline. It's like we need to think big. So like
I think big.
yeah, which I'm like okay, what are you thinking? And I love this part because Caroline's like, well, first off, Chucky needs to realize she's thinking. She's like doing like her arms like this, and it's like and he's like, you're not thinking. It's like, and she like yeah, well, it's like I'm thinking. um And then I think this is where we get the like was it the cut to well, so after that we cut back to the court session for October, the second session, and this is where the judge and everyone decided to put Jennifer Tilly to
Guilty.
execution. Yeah,
Yeah.
guilty, right? And everyone's relieved until, well, Tiffany is not relieved. So she starts doing the cursing and all that, firing her lawyer, all that. She's begging her life, and this was my favorite one because Nika just cheeses Tiffany, and Floriana was really great in this episode. I wish she was more regular in the series, but the moments she was in this episode were really great. And her just like laughing and like just taunting Tiffany in this last scene was really awesome. And it was great to drop Glenn and Glenda, the two kids of the Chucky and Tiffany family. Um, so they're, if you haven't seen season two, they came back and they got back into their doll's body. Um, yeah. So what do you think about that? Like, I was kind of shocked. I mean, I wasn't shocked that she was guilty and going to be executed. um,
I
yeah,
didn't. I didn't really. I mean, really, this was kind of a contextual kind of filler episode. I felt like, so I don't really have that much to say, to be honest with you.
yeah. Well, it's funny with this episode, right? It's filler, but also important, right? Like the B plot is filler, and then the A plot is like the most important because it's like moving forward the plot in this series, right? Because
But without the B plot, it doesn't make the A plot shine.
that's true. Well, here's the thing. I agree, but I reverse that. I think the A plot is shines, but the B plot is just kind of there. It's like it's not
It is
shining.
just there.
Yeah, well,
It's just tying up like loose ends, basically.
yeah, from season two, which is it's fine. If we had the 8 episodes, like I kind of wonder how we were gonna move forward with Tiffany Valentine and all that. But we'll see. I don't know if we're gonna see her again in the next episode, but if it does, then it makes a lot of sense to have it here.
Yeah, I
Um,
do.
yeah. So and so I'm very curious about that. We got briefly Miss Childs here, the redhead that adopted the 3 kids. She's there in the background.
Yeah,
So that was kind of cool. Yeah. Uh, so what was any?
that's when they find like the news clipping, right?
Yes, I think so. Um, I
About
tried to.
about the president's son.
Oh,
Right.
yes. Well, actually, so after we're done with the court, Chucky and his Caroline are outside. They're in this fence. We don't know what they're talking about. They're saying this is the big one, and then it's like, okay, we don't know what it is. And then they zoom out, and this is the White House, which was funny, and it was clearly CGI. Like it was a green screen, which was funny. And after that, Caroline is making the makeup for Chucky to look young or look like a plastic doll, right? Because after he did the Amityville kills, his hands become real, which was creepy. Because the second time I was like, what's going on with his hands? Like I don't understand that. And then the second time I was like, oh, his hands becoming more human and wrinkly, like
Yeah,
us, right? And yeah, so like, Chucky is like so pissed now. It's like, oh my god, what I have done. And so after that, Caroline is the one that did the research. So she's the one that did the research on the family of the presidents,
yeah.
and you see the clipboards. And so they find out that the Joseph brother has died, you know. And so what do you think about that scene where Chucky and Caroline was getting ready for their plot? Because she's
That
doing the
was
make.
really cool. That was really interesting. Caroline's a cool character.
Yeah, I'm very curious where we're gonna see her again. With this episode, I'm really liking Caroline as the accomplice for Chucky. Um, their scenes are funny, but I really like this like father and daughter relationship that they're doing with Chucky and Caroline. Um, because she wants to kill. She wants to be a killer like him.
Yeah,
And I forgot the funny part where she wants to kill her teacher
First grade
Some
teacher. Yeah.
first grade teacher in the list, and that was funny. And of course, I like that they brought that back. And it's like after I'm done with this White House thing, like you and I can go and kill your first grade teacher, which is awesome. And so Caroline and Chucky had this sweet hug in a horror TV show, which is funny. And
Yeah.
then we get to the next scene where we get the really good scene of like actually seeing Henry meeting Chucky for the first time. So we're seeing the funeral of Joseph, the boy that
We're just
died.
visiting the grave.
Yeah, visiting the, oh yes, thank you, visiting the grave, right? And Henry's doing his little child thing, like just looking at the grass, playing around, right? And this is weird. Like, how did the kid know that Chucky was there? Like, it seemed like he was.
Because he was right behind the grave.
Yeah, but how did he do that?
He
Like
just looked around the side.
that was so weird. Like, how a kid just like get up and like look around? Like, I don't know.
It worked out for the show.
Really, I think it was some supernatural thing that got this
Maybe it
kid,
was.
right? Like, I don't know. It was so weird. This kid just randomly gets up, goes around to this like other grave, and sees Chucky. I was like,
It wasn't
huh.
another grave. It was the same grave.
Oh, like the same grave with Joseph.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, right.
He was right behind Joseph's grave.
Yeah, I don't know. I think Chucky could just say something like I'm a friend to the end sort of line, right? And like that can attract him.
No. He just saw him.
That's just, I don't know. Seeing doesn't make sense. Like if you make a noise that makes sense for you to get up and like look, like that makes more realistic sense. But anyway, I think it was just a weird way for a kid to find this like doll just randomly pops up, right? Like, and there were security guards. The security team were there. Like, they should have known that Chucky was there, right?
You
It's
think?
right. I just found that so bizarre and just weird editing there. So anyway, like, the kid finds Chucky, right? And the family are moaning, and they see this kid holding the Chucky, and then of course Chucky does the good guy doll, like activation
I am
voice.
Joseph.
Yeah, I am Joseph, and I'm your friend to the end. And the mom tells Devin Sawa's president that she never seen him so happy at this moment, and so this is how Chucky gets into to the White House, making Henry happy and all that. And so like we get this like whole scene of Chucky get infiltrating the White House. So after that, so Teddy takes Chucky to the was it the screeners or light detector, right?
Yeah.
Check on Chucky, and I was like, why you want to check the toy? Like it's nothing danger about the toy, which is funny. And then so after Chucky, um, how you say it, is with Harry, and we got this final shot of Chucky waking up and put an evil smile, and is already in the White House, and cut to black. So this is why we're not. So like we now know why Chucky's in the White House. It's like doing something for Dembala, so he
Now
can.
we know what episode 4 is about.
Yeah, like episode 4, we're gonna go back to the present with the Halloween party and all that. Um, but yeah, so that's our episode. Let me say this. I think this was the best episode for this season 3. I think I prefer this over the first 2 episodes because I think the seeing more Chucky was great. I mean Chucky is the character the show's title, so Chucky is the main focus, which is great. Brad Dourif is awesome as always. His voice acting hasn't fallen. It's been great since 88 of the first film. So I will probably starting to rate this episode. I'll probably rate this to a 9 out of 10. I think this is a good episode.
I'll give it a 9 out of 10. I think it is a good episode too. It probably is the best episode.
Okay. Awesome. So yeah, I thought everything was I thought the pacing was great. Um, the reveal of the motivation and why Chucky went to the White House and all that was very clear,
Yeah, we
and
could
I
have been
think
to fill in the gaps the way they did.
yeah. So it was good that they actually fill in the gap because I was wondering the first episode what he was trying to do. Like I thought,
Eventually, at some point in the series, you've got to go back and do something like that.
yeah, it was true because this was something they were sort of lacking in last season was the motivation from Chucky because there were multiple dolls of Chucky, and there was no plan that Chucky was doing besides killing the kids. Here, I like that we got a main motivation for Chucky to be in the White House and doing this killings and all that, which is good. Yeah, and then we didn't see our main kids or Caroline, but it was fine. I think it was good to kind of take a break from the
It
president,
was.
because the president's family were okay and the kids.
That's where everything is going to shift for episode 4 anyway.
Yeah, exactly. And I think episode 4 will be better for the kids, because it feels more appropriate for them in the Halloween party and all that. But yeah, so Jeff, next week is going to be our last episode.
That's
Of
right. I can't wait.
Chucky.
I'm excited. I'm already excited.
Yeah, are you excited? Are you pumped to have one more live
I'm
stream
ready to
with
be a
Chucky?
Chuckified, baby.
That's awesome. So, Jeff, thank you for joining me. I hope you've been enjoying this series so far.
I have. I have definitely enjoyed it. I enjoyed episode 3. It was great. Thank you. Thank you for having me on, Andres. I appreciate it.
Yeah, I'm happy you like this episode. I like this episode. I'm happy that we're doing this live stream. I'm excited for next week. I hope that episode 4 will be good. Because everyone doesn't know, episode 4 is going to be our last review for Chucky season 3 until next year because of what happened with the writer strikes and actor strike. They couldn't finish up the last 4 episodes for season 3, so we're going to wait even longer to see the next 4 episodes in 2024. They haven't announced the air date or all that. That's been kind of quiet, so we'll probably get it probably the beginning of 2024 maybe. Um, Whenever the actor strike is ending, that's been quiet. It's just yeah,
Yeah.
so it's out of our hands. So, but meantime, enjoy these 4 episodes we're getting. So enjoy us to review it, and of course watch out for the follow up after the series weekly of Chucky ends. We're gonna do it 28 days later to review. I think that was gonna be great for a Halloween special for Sunday before Monday. So, but
Thank you,
yeah,
everybody. We appreciate you.
yeah, and plus, check out the MCU Bleeding Edge. Check us out for tomorrow for the One Division re-review of episode 1. So we're gonna do 8 weeks of that, which is good.
10 23, 10 22 23. 10 23, 10 23 23. We'll be
Yeah.
doing WandaVision re-review. We'll be doing episode 1 WandaVision re-review.
Yes, correct. And maybe I'll to talk to Jeff. Maybe we can do while we do the review. Maybe we should do some movie reviews. Maybe, but we'll see. To pack that episode maybe, but we'll see. We'll discuss that later. But yeah, anyway, have a good night, everyone. Ciao. Check us in our Monday reports tomorrow. Have a good night. Oh, hold on.